welcome back. This is a podcast for women with ADHD and HSP who are just looking how to thrive in Jesus's plans. My name is Sherry Acey. I am an ADHD specialist and a nervous regulation trainer. Today, I get to have the absolute honor of hanging out with Stevie, who we actually met a long time ago in ministry. And the cool thing about Stevie is she was also in like the entertainment world, but she was like music and singing, and she's got her own CDs. So fast forward, Lord called her out of that, and now she's using all of those things now to glorify the Lord. And one of the things, first and foremost, is her being a mom and a wife. But she's a color analysis specialist, which is really cool. And I want her to tell you a little bit. And that's just like the color analysis. Like she's got so many other cool things that God has created her with. But today we're going to focus on color analysis. So Stevie, go ahead and.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm really glad that you reached out about this because before it came to my attention, I was actually coming out of postpartum. Therefore, none of my extra small and small clothes fit. Everything was pregnancy, maternity. My hair had grown out naturally, which I actually loved, but then I panicked at my son's first birthday. So it was like gray. I'm coming back for it. But I was feeling very like disconnected from myself. I wasn't feeling good. Every time I walked past the mirror, of course, I had a messy mom bun, breast milk on my shirt, like the whole 9 yards. And I just remember feeling icky. And I kept praying. And I was like, God, between going through that last car accident, which was 2 weeks before our wedding, and then becoming pregnant, still kind of unhealed, where I didn't feel healthy or well enough or strong enough to do photography, anything that was intensive or that was long hours away from my son. And I just kept desperately praying, God, I need something. I need something that is for me, that's not going to be hard on my body. And I need to feel better because I don't want to look at your creation and just think like she's icky. That's not how I should be looking at what he created, And then out of nowhere, I kept hearing color, color, color. And then all of a sudden there was like a slew of all these color analysis videos. And I was like, that's it. Like I can do that. I have years of color expertise under my belt from doing the custom blend foundations, makeup, art, and photography with like color editing and all that. So he gave me and led me to color analysis. I did 3 of them on other women and was completely shocked. And then I let my husband do it on me because I couldn't just do it by myself. So I was like, babe, can I just, and he was like exhausted. He was like, I'll help you. And I did it on him first so it would be fun and then let him do it on me. And I couldn't believe it. My entire wardrobe, Sherry, was warm, and it was like neutrals and like tans, and everything that I had was against my natural undertone. So the reason I was feeling so icky, yucky, drabby, gross, not just postpartum, it was the colors that were not reflecting me properly.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And to make known to everybody too, because this is a lot coming from you. If anybody knows Stevie, or if you don't, I'm going to tell you, she has got one of the best eyes for creativity, knowing how things go in marketing and behind the camera. So for her to say my wardrobe was off, it's like a total shock, and it just goes to show us how much we need somebody like you.
Yeah, and how much we need to be in our right identity. And this is where we get to shift in a minute. But I couldn't believe it that I was that off. Number
Mhm.
one. Number two, I had just spent, makes me sick to my stomach, but it was like $750 trying to transition my hair to a gray blend, like where I got highlights. I'm walking around with yellow, orange, warm gold hair, which is working 100% against me. So I'm like feeling horrible and finding out that I just need to get my color right. So, yes. So then I go in my wardrobe and I start pulling out everything that is not my color. And I'm like, okay, I need to go back dark. I need to get this yellow, this bronze, this warmth away. And then I'm realizing I have like one of those big giant like industrial trash bags of clothes that are in the wrong color and like anything that really made me feel ick anyway. I was like, I'm just gonna donate these. And that means that I'm trusting and limiting my wardrobe that was already limited.
Wow.
So I basically had nothing to wear as it was. And then I had to go and pull out the pieces that were working against me. So when I did that, I started to feel better. And then I started reflecting spiritually, what season am I in? What are you doing for me, Lord, in this season? And that's when everything kind of started coming together. It was like I need to focus on me. And what I realized about this was as women, we are marketed to all the time, right? The color comes out, they say, oh, periwinkle is the color of the season, burgundy, and we all run out and we're like, oh, okay, these are the colors that I'm going to go buy because they're in season. So, what color analysis does is it works truly with who you are, like as your genetic makeup, your undertones, everything that will reflect from you. And guys, I cannot focus with you down here.
She's a
What?
mom and a wife.
Like, come on. Okay. So, anyway, so basically, um, let me try to. This is
Go back.
this is the magic of a woman. Lord, help me focus and not be distracted. I rebuke the enemy in Jesus' name.
And I do want to take a side note because many ladies are listening and they're like, well, I just don't have the money to, rearrange and change everything. We are not going there. We are not saying you have to
Mm-mm.
go and buy things. I mean, you can definitely do upcycling, like find, work with your friends, find out what they have, go to the thrift
Yes.
store. I mean, you could get bags of clothes for $5 or just hey, even if you just have a few things in your closet of those colors, though that's better than having a full closet that's not. So focus on that.
Yep.
Right? Kind of what you're saying.
Yes, absolutely. You can use like scarves, like anything that's closer to this part of your body is where you want your proper colors to reflect. And then on the bottom, you can do whatever you want. And this is if you are dressing intentional, like if you care that much about how you're feeling, about how you're looking, especially as if your face is your brand. Um, what I was noticing through doing this with these women is that certain colors made me want to pay attention to them and take them seriously, where I knew that if one of my clients had a certain color on and they had to go and close a deal or they had to speak on behalf of the biggest ministry in the world or they had something very serious to do, that when they walked in the room, they were going to be noticed.
Oh,
It
I
was
just got the
powerful.
chill. I got the chill.
It was powerful. It was very powerful. And then there was the other thing, where maybe the playful side of that woman needed to come out in softer colors. Yeah, so if she's looking for a mate, she's not going to go out in her like, I'm powerful, take me serious, I'm going to close deals. She's kind of going to be in her feminine part
Yes.
of that color palette. And
And you need that because as women too, it's kind of like I got to do this, I got to do that, and we are like we should take time to play and have fun. So
yeah,
maybe that outfit is for that time when you've just worked all day and you're like, well, I got some more fun right.
Yes, absolutely. And what I was going back to before they came downstairs was basically this: knowing your true identity empowers you in so many ways. With color analysis, it's financial. That means I'm not going to go and get highlights in my hair because I should never be a warm blonde. I should let my natural stuff go on and then do what I need to do there. So I'm going to save money on my hair. I'm going to save money on my cosmetics because I'm going to know what to buy, my nail polish colors, my wardrobe pieces. So at the end of the day, if the whole world is telling me to be one thing and that I should go out and buy these seasonal colors, I'm going to know, oh no, that color is for her. I'm going to work within my color palette. So I could still wear a shade of purple, but it's going to be cool versus warm.
Wow. We
Yeah, so
all
it's,
have this Evie in our life. No joke. I'm seriously, and I'm going to put her link below because we really do. We need to, we all are created differently, and Stevie's got such a great eye. So call on her. I do want to throw in a little bit with ADHD and why health
yeah,
analysis is
yes,
important. With ADHD, it's almost called like dopamine stressing. And what is ADHD? It's just lower levels of those neurotransmitters. So when we are dressing and we feel good, it's actually a surge to us. And we
wow,
feel productive, we feel more creative, more confident, and that leads us more focused. Um, it increases our moods. We feel better, want to serve God. And if we are called to be that light and we are called to glorify Him, why not feeling our,
yep,
God said at one time, God created us all in a certain way. And that's what we're talking about, like what colors look best on us. So
absolutely,
we'll let Stevie close, but I just wanted to throw that in because it's not just like, oh, wow, you have a great color on, you look great. There are so many layers to it. When you look good, you feel better. You actually feel healthier and more ready to go out and tackle those things that God is calling you to do. And that might just be like Stevie was saying, as a mom, as a wife, like that just means you're bringing more light to your house because you
yeah,
feel better.
yep.
And it's that butterfly effect. So go ahead, Stevie, close us out.
Yeah,
Or
and
anything
I
else?
can I confirm like what you were saying, Sherry, because it has removed that chaotic dressing for me where I'm picking, and this doesn't look right and this doesn't look right. Now it's just like what feels good. I already know what colors look good on me, so everything I'm going to put on now is going to be, am I dressing for the right occasion where I'm going? You know what I mean? Like, am I going to be my full self, present, not caring about what I look like, and being fully present in my personality, in my spiritual walk, and what I'm here to do or sent to do. So,
You hit the
color,
nail on the head.
yeah,
This the simplicity of it
yes,
too, right?
mm-hmm,
Rather than having a whole closet, when you just have, even if you have four things that you look great on,
yep.
that simplicity really helps because there's not that silent noise of all the other things that don't look good.
Oh, this is so good, and God is so good, and of course I'm going to bring this in here because um, everything that we do when we have a relationship with God, it always gives us revelations, right? So when I'm gardening, I'm like, wow, pruning is a big thing, and protecting is a huge thing, and nurturing, and the time and waiting. So everything I'm doing in the garden, I'm now reflecting on my spiritual condition. So the same thing with this color analysis, finding your true identity, you're stepping into a power because when we remove all the noise and who everything and everybody says that we should be, we're relying on what we know to be true. And when we turn that into reflection to who God calls us to be, that's when we're not running to the nearest, hottest trends, and we're not listening to what other people are saying. We're going within, we're going what we know. And when you find your color palette, it doesn't change just because your hair goes gray. Like, your color palette never changes. Your undertone in your skin does not change, no matter if you get a tan or whatever. it stays the same. And it's like that with Jesus, with Yeshua HaMashiach, the living Messiah, and you can always rely on that to be true. So he
Wow,
does.
preach it, preach it.
Yeah.
You
So
know, I have to say, when you were saying that, you made like I when you were saying about just you know, I don't even know what you were saying, but it made me think that by us dressing well, we are not then more prone to going after things that are just going to fill us up, just to fill us up, like those filling that void.
yep.
Almost as if like color analysis and wearing great clothes fills that void that maybe we're looking for out in the world, like, and it's unhealthy. Like,
Yeah.
get help with dressing well.
Yes. Yes. I know that when I started shifting, not only in the color, but also in my wardrobe to a more feminine state and really presenting myself like as kingdom royalty, I felt more like serious, like take me seriously. I'm a serious person. Yes, I'm fancy and whimsical. And, you know, it was like I just felt so much closer to that feminine that God calls us and designed us to be. I noticed it so much different in my marriage too, in my relationship. Of course, my husband thinks I'm beautiful on the worst days ever, and I'm like, what's he looking at? But on the days that I take a little more time, he's definitely like, hey girl, you know. So it helps, you know. So everything that you're about, Sherry, everything that you are bringing to your platform is very powerful. And you know, even myself, I'm getting a lot from it. That one word that you gave me on our last call when we were supposed to do this, I shared it with the other 13 women who showed up for Vine and Veil, and we all got something from that. And my life has changed drastically, just from hearing those key points and that one thing you said. So if you want to share that one thing you said, I don't know, but it helped out us a lot when,
About playing.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this is a perfect place to
Yes.
start.
So,
Yeah.
like, have fun with what you're wearing. And yeah. Oh, my goodness. That blesses me to hear that. Praise
Yeah.
God.
It did.
I just,
That went far.
well, let that be a note to anyone listening. If you
Yeah.
have had fun and just playing, like just do those things that are childlike, as if there was a Stevie, you know, started it with her little boy, but of course then you could take it and do it on your own or do it with the other ladies in your life.
Yes.
But remember that word, play. Play,
Hmm.
ladies. Get out some things, paints, I don't know, even some bubbles.
Yeah. Bubbles are great.
Like bubbles.
Mine was definitely I hadn't worn makeup in so long. I hadn't done all the things because I was just so focused on being a present mommy, breastfeeding, being a wife. And um as soon as basically as soon as I got Luciano off of breastfeeding, that is when my body was like, girl, you have not paid attention to me since before your wedding, like since before you got into that accident. And now is the time to step out into it and to, okay.
We're gonna, I don't know if you're gonna hear it, but her calling, so
Yes.
we're
And
ready to hear it.
yeah.
And I'll just post it because link all of the things below. If they start to follow her on Instagram, you're gonna get so much out of her. She romanticizes life. She's beautiful, she's so talented, and she does it all for God's glory. So if you're looking for inspiration to be just to thrive as a woman, as a wife, as a mom, she is, and to be God's daughter. She is
Yes.
100% a woman you need in her life. I am blessed beyond measure with her. So thank you so much, Evie.
Thank you, Sherry. And all the women who watch this, I really hope that you got something out of that today because it helped me so much. And I hope you take the time to do something for yourself each day because it makes a huge difference.
Yes. And I want to encourage anybody listening. please at least get in touch with Stevie for a consultation. Learn more about what you do for your life. I don't know if you want to tell them anything or just leave it at that.
Um, Wait, one more time. I'm sorry. I was doing the mom thing. Like,
For them to get in touch with you for color analysis.
oh yeah, absolutely. I can travel up to like a half an hour, I would say, but I do pop-ups at different salons. And my favorite one is a dress shop locally in Mays Landing, New Jersey, at Carino Boutique. And just it's something that you only have to do one time. It's very bespoke. It's going to change your life, because once you are in that chair, you're actually getting trained, because you see everything that happens in front of you. So you're being trained in that hour, not realizing it. So then you can't go away and forget. Like, you're never going to forget what you see in that chair, and that's forever. So the investment might feel like a little, like, oh, I don't know, but it's something that I definitely invested in, as far as like getting the certifications and everything. And it really will shift where you're at, especially if, like I said, if your face is your brand, if you're a real estate agent or whatever. And then just every day, it helped me coming out of postpartum immensely. It's allowing me to walk in my purpose more. It's allowing me to show up confidently in ministry as a woman of God, as a wife, as a mom, like Sherry was saying, and even in my friendships. I feel stronger in myself that I could, now just like love on my friends and love on the women around me. And I think that confidence becomes contagious, because we feel like there's enough room at the table for us all, that we're not in competition and that we're encouraging each other. So yes, please book a consultation, because it will go much deeper than just the color that you're wearing. Every time somebody sits in my chair, we form some kind of bond, or they get something that is from God, that they can leave with and move forward with. So, Sherry, thank you so much. I love you and everything you're doing.
Yes. And I
And I
love
pray
that
that God blesses you so
once
much.
you see it, you can't see it, Stevie said. So it's just like anything else. Once you like just see what God is doing, you can't unsee it and you just want to go after it. So let this be a time that you just received from the Lord, and this is your part of your next journey. So we'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much, Stevie.
Thank you. Mwah. Bye bye.